As a kid, I got hurt a lot. Broken bones, pneumonia, mono, I had it all. So when I hit my head at the beach about a month and a half ago, it wasn't much of a surprise to me. It was honestly bound to happen. I wasn't too worried when they told me I had a concussion. I was just gonna relax for 2 weeks, not do anything, get out of my homework. It was gonna be a chill time. It was just the normal concussion symptoms at first, and it was kinda nice. The memory lapses got me out of having to get a birthday present for my sister, the loud noise sensitivity got me out of FaceTimes with my brother, and more importantly, the screen allergy got me out of class. As I started to get over the initial screen torture, I tried to jump back into doing what I love and what I was at school for, which was making videos. So I sat down and began to create, which I soon figured out was almost completely impossible. My brain wasn't working. I was under the impression that my concussion had completely healed because I could look at screens again, but I was wrong. I felt like I couldn't express my emotions because I had no emotions. Every time I closed my eyes and tried to envision something or think about how I was feeling, the world went black. I saw nothing. It's kind of difficult for me to express what this felt like because the whole issue was my difficulty to express, so I'm going to give it my best shot. It's kind of as if my imagination had completely disappeared. It's like I still have thoughts and emotions, but they're all swirling around and I can't really grab onto any of them. Or I can, but it's the wrong one. So I didn't know what to do. I couldn't think, so I couldn't make videos. It was so frustrating because it translated to my everyday life. I felt like with my friends I couldn't convey how I felt, and I couldn't tell my family how college was because I genuinely didn't know. It was like I didn't have control of when I was thinking certain thoughts, so I'd be wanting to tell my friends about what was going on, but I couldn't find out how. So as I struggled with ways to express myself, I felt really lost. Like, how can I make decisions and go on with my life if I myself don't even know how I'm feeling? It kind of reminded me of being a kid, still learning Russian, so I was unable to communicate with my grandparents. I knew what I wanted to say in English, but I couldn't find the words for it in Russian. But now it's like, I don't know what to say in any language. I'm not gonna lie, it made me pretty sad. I would be doing work alone, crumpling up papers like, why can't I do these simple tasks I used to do all the time? Why can't I figure out a creative way to end this video? Why can't I tell a good story? Why can't I just go back to normal? But the thing is, this type of confusion with my emotions isn't something that is exclusive to being concussed. I felt this way before. Everyone has, at least a little bit. But it was this prolonged period of disorientation that got me thinking. Maybe thoughts and emotions are different than I thought they were? The problem was, every time I had one of these thoughts, I would forget it pretty soon after. So, I began to write. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. So it started with things like video ideas, and it ended up with me writing things down in an actual journal. And as I continued to write down my feelings and emotions, I kind of started looking at things differently. It's kind of like our head is one of those money machines where you just stand and try to grab as many dollar bills as you can, but you can't retain them all. There's too many. But journaling and writing stuff down is kind of like going into that machine completely covered in glue from head to toe. So, as I collected more money, I could finally understand the things I wanted, even if I needed a little help from my past self. Like it used to just be, oh, I'm sad because I'm sad, or I'm happy because I'm happy, or I'm anxious because I'm anxious. But now, I started to see more of where these emotions were coming from, and it was sort of like opening up a whole new chapter of myself that I didn't even know existed. Like it turns out my brain, as messed up as it is a lot more complex than happy or sad. So it's like, people get concussed all the time, so I'm gonna be fine, hopefully. But in a way, it opened up a new dimension into my brain of my thoughts and emotions that I'm so glad I learned about. I wish I had a better way to end this story than I just started writing stuff down, but it's been 6 weeks since my concussion and I'm still pretty confused. But when I look at my journal or my notes app, I feel a lot less confused. So I really couldn't tell you the ending. But then again, there might not be one. I feel like it's more of a beginning, if that makes sense. Honestly, I have a concussion, so I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Then again, I might.